Hello guys, welcome back. Today you're watching Julius Malema. Julius Malema. Julius Malema. Julius Malema. Hey. Julius 10 years, 11 years back. Julius.
Thank you. Thank you very much, the President of the Republic of South Africa and honorable members of this parliament, affording us an opportunity.
Remember, this thing is 10 years back, 11 years back. Julius Malema, freedom fighter. Listen, no one is attacked. I think it's very important to let people to know no one is attacked. This educational video reaction, you can share opinion on the comment section or on the chat. If you're watching live, you can share your opinion. I don't want people not feel like they're attacked. No one is attacked. We are just there reacting on Julius Malema. You understand? We are just reacting, nothing much, nothing less. So like I want to give you that the guarantee that no one is attacked, even though other things will feel like they are so painful to adjust them. But no one is attacked. There's a debate. You know how debate is. Can be tricky sometimes.
Opportunity to respond to the state of the nation delivered by our president. We want to acknowledge and greet millions of South African workers, the poor, downtrodden and dejected masses of our people, particularly 1 million plus South Africans who voted for EFF to come to this parliament and represent the agenda of economic freedom in our lifetime, without any fear of contradiction.
You know, like when you say we don't fear any fear of contradiction, that time Johnstown, this is 11 years. 11 years. You can see like now he gained weight. You can see our president, he gained weight. And like now that time when the EFF starts and people of South Africa listening to him say like, this is what we have been waiting for. Remember, Julius Malema was a part of the youth league. He was a part of the youth league. And when he comes and speaks to like, guys, I'm studying my own politics. People was like, no, Julius, you can't leave ANC because we're under youth league and things he was saying under ANC of youth league, talking about the land reform, talking about black people to be equal. And they noticed like this person, like, no, man. When the ANC those things were going to come to them, not now. Why you talk about those things? He decided to open EFF, Economic Freedom Fighter. But under Economic Freedom Fighter, this way, like, I started to speak for black people, even in this speech and in other speeches. If you've been following Julius Malema, tell like, I don't hate whites. We love whites because most of people they believe Julius Malema based on his speech, based on what things say, he hates white people. He did not say like I hate white supremacy. So this is a beautiful, and remember, we are going to have our people here, the comment sessions. Years ago, because this thing is 11 years video, which is it represents the history of South Africa.
Our people mandated this movement, the EFF, to come and speak on behalf of the homeless, the landless, domestic workers, security guards, farm workers, cleaners, waiters and waitresses, recipients of social grants, construction workers, the unemployed and poverty-stricken masses of our people who are forgotten by the ruling elite, which is in bed with the oppressors and the imperialist forces. I thought,
but if you can check like the whole information, the whole lingo, the whole lie of politicians is always one thing. So like homeless people. But like I know like EFF fighting for land, EFF, ANC, Konosis. I know DA is fighting for remove PEE and fighting crime. Same as like political party that like leaders are white. Majority one they're fighting for crime, corruption. remove BE, racial laws, while black parties are fighting for land, they're fighting for poverty, they're fighting for inequality. That's what lots of black parties do. But if you can see, all these parties, the manifesto is still the same, fighting for blacks. Because Julius Malema mentions homeless, meaning like when you're homeless, when you are renting, you are here from here, the land being stolen during apartheid, but you are always renting. You are homeless in other way. If you stop working or if you start refuse that money for renting, you have no place to stay, right? And then you mentioned about domestic workers. During that time, domestic workers were not earning enough money. They were earning less money. EFF, then when established, they start to fight to increase the salary or the wages of those people. That is why you can see like when it comes and mention this kind of stuff, which is so beautiful and shows like he loves his people. Because this is the other way to show like you love your people. You check how much they earn. You check the working hours they work for. This is what he's fighting for.
I thought it was going to be difficult for me to carry this mandate with a serious commitment against the party which taught me everything I know today about politics. But this was made easy by seeing Mr. Martinus van Schalkwyk on the benches of the ruling party. I then quickly remembered that, by the way, we are not opposing the ANC we joined then, the ANC of Lawrence Pukanuke, but we are
and you can see like he mentions, if like you listen very carefully, he mentioned the party taught me, because of he was the party, ANC party. So I don't know in the party what he was fighting for. They were having different goals, mission, visions. And he said like this party, he told me like it's different. It's not a party that be joined during apartheid, during Nelson Mandela. This party joined is different. And then if you can see how EFF fights for blacks, if you can see how EFF fights for blacks, even though if Julius Malema didn't leave EFF, didn't leave ANC, it's going to be a conflict, because of maybe the person who think for future, who's smart, it's like you're going to clash every time. So when he had that opportunity, he was like, man, I opened my own party. It's so beautiful. People, when they got that opportunity, they don't hesitate. When I can hesitate, and then I think like this will be a good lesson for you to say like in this life, when we have an opportunity to do something, don't think twice, do it. It's going to be hard, it's going to be painful, but do it. This is what we learn based on that. You understand? This is what we learn based on that. If like you want to move and you can say like there's something waiting for you in the future, go for it. Go for it. This is what we see on Julius Malema. This is what we see Julius Malema. This is so beautiful, man. Because of he left the party and started his own. But if he didn't leave the party, it's going to be a different story.
opposing the ANC of Martinus van Schalkwyk and Sarah.
So guys, I want to know like please, I'm sorry. I want to say like I did this right thing by sharing the screen. I want to say I did the right thing by sharing the screen. If I don't remember, it becomes a problem. If I don't remember, it becomes a problem.
Ramaphosa. Mr. President, when you spoke yesterday, you reaffirmed this belief that indeed we have chosen the correct path because you no longer represent the hope of the hopeless masses of our people. Your speech yesterday was uninspiring and lacked the central theme, Mr. President. No one will remember.
This time is what, but like if like now in 2025 and you say 2025 minus 10 years, because this is for 10 years. In 2015, and can see Julius Malema personality. If we can compare from 2015 and 2025, it's still the same thing. And he's a man that always speak on his words, stick on his words. Since all those years, he's been sticking on his words. I know people can say like, but the only person who always been sticking on his words. If we can all pay attention, it's the only person always sticking on his words. The ways to fight for black people. And the energy of fighting president. If like a president and you say to people, tomorrow I'm going to build houses, or tomorrow I'm going to build some RDPs, and you don't build them in parliament, it's going to remind you, so like you said, you want to build this to people. What's stopping you now? What happened? Because of he take people accountability.
What you said last night, except that we should clean on Mandela Day, which was the only emphasis you made, and maybe because you thought it was the simplest subject you had to deal with in the whole speech last night. What was supposed to be the simplest subject for you has proven to be more complex than you thought, Mr. President, because your cleaning instruction goes against the wishes of President Mandela, who said it must be left to individuals' choice on how.
But even like this thing, the government went that makes it compulsory to clean, because the reason they make Mandela to clean because of Mandela have to volunteer. So that 1 hour you stop everything. You are cleaning. In that hour you stop everything and then you start to go to clean, but you help. Yeah, where can I? It's Mandela Day cleaning.
How they wish to remember him or celebrate his life. I'm sorry, Mr. President. I won't be cleaning on Mandela Day. I will be involved in a more productive activities which will leave long-lasting legacy and remembrance of our world icon. And those activities will, amongst others, include the building of mud schools in the Eastern Capes. And
point of order, please.
On a point of order, Dr. Malema, please.
No, Malema is speaking. So Malema is speaking and speaking the valid point. Malema is speaking and speaking the valid point. How you disturb Malema? You can see this is Jacob Zuma. This you can see the quality of camera was not that improved yet. I think, yeah, you can see like this is a long time, you understand? And like during that time at home, we didn't have TV. Or maybe I was not into politics that much, but I remember I was so young, yeah? When those topics happen like this, I was very young, man. I was very young. I was very young when this kind of topics happens. Because others didn't have a TV. But this time they were like TV was expensive. And there was no plasma these times. There's even those TV that have a
Richard Person, the Speaker called the Deputy President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, and I think he's honorable as the member of this House.
Show some respect, man. Show some respect. Respect.
Rule on that. Thank you.
Honorable Malema,
Withdraw.
Honorable Malema, the Honorable Deputy President of this House is an honorable member of this House.
No problem, Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. Mr. President, you try to speak up.
10 years back, Ramaphosa was still president. Wow. 10 years back. Oh, we have 32 years. I want to understand this. Tombeki take how many 5 years? So 25. Yeah. But I know like Jacob Zuma stayed for almost 10 years. If I'm not mistaken, Jacob Zuma. Because the still president was Cyril Ramaphosa. That thing that makes me to calculate. So like in 32 years we had Mandela, Tombeki, Jacob Zuma, Ramaphosa. 4 president. 4. Even if we remove the third was apartheid governance. 4.
About radical socio-economic changes in your speech last night, but nothing you said was radical. Instead, we had a repetition of what has been said before. Very well that your attempt to make radical economic changes your central theme in your speech last night was a direct response to the existence of EFF or even an attempt to delegitimize.
So what you are saying, Julius Malema, you are saying like EFF may be a threat. Because EFF was growing that time. Because EFF has a laws to solve unfair treatment within workplace, salaries, the treatment, the discrimination, those kind of things. So like EFF, we have to come and solve those things. And besides that, EFF says like about the land issue, because the land issue is the problem. Like about the land issue, the land must be returned back. That time you were saying the land must be returned back because the case, the topic that's been like, coming. Like the topic that's been coming after for long. So like the land must be returned. And I was talking about those things like, yeah, most of the cases was focused on like those. Most of the time they were focused on the thing, on the grants, how people are in salaries, how much they get paid, like those scenarios. Yeah, that's where EFF win people's hearts now.
But you successfully failed in the same way you failed when you introduced the red beret to counter that of the EFF during elections campaign. You and your party should stop playing with semantics, especially when it relates to radical economic agenda, because you lack courage and you have sold out the revolution. You don't have what
Jacob's me is focused. It's like this, Jacob's Zoom. So like, oh, Malema, Bab, Uti, Julius Malema, Uti. He's like this. Jacob Zuma is like this. Listening very careful. But before you go far, let's include our people in a part of conversation. You can be part of conversation by typing, by experimenting, by experiencing how you feel. These people are doing the same thing. They watch this thing and then they're able to connect with them, sharing the comments that can be looked at, which is the part of the data. Malema, there's many more of us out of fighting the true free Africa. Africa must unite, Kwaninkura. I love the way the word honorable through like it has no meaning. That guy is good speaker, true politician. This speech is moving. The man is very point. Malema, the best politician for this generation. I love this guy. Long live comrade Julius Malema. I love Malema attitude. That's true, Juju. He has been been warning us about Cyril Ramaphosa. Yeah. And say like Julius Malema has been warning us about Cyril Ramaphosa. I have to meet Mr. Malema in person. He's an inspiring leader. I've not raised his question. This man means businesses. What do you like about him? No time raises questions, but most things that is true. This is the best speech I ever heard from Africa Parliament. Chairperson Honorable Malema, your time is up. No, but those others were eating my time. So we are going to expose like those methods like now. You know, we're going to expose like those.
It takes to lead the struggle for economic emancipation of black majority, particularly Africans. You are extremely scared of white people, particularly white monopoly capital. You have in the past 20 years defended the rights of white minority and continue with the exploitation and exclusion of oppressed black majority.
You see, like when you see the title say, people like, why Julius Malema always fight for black people? And like when it comes to the cases of go to Trump and show Trump they when Julius Malema is going to stadium is get filled up by black people. It's because of like maybe they share the same pay. What Julius Malema is saying to them is a truth, and what he's going to say like is going to be changed is a dream come true. They want to see things like that. You understand? But if ANC, let me give you a good example. If ANC is saying things Julius Malema is saying, ANC will never. People say like, yo, even though ANCs keep on winning, people never say like, yo, hi ANC, hi, yo, hi. You know that people always like crying often about ANC and. But if like the ANC was saying the same thing what Julius was saying and was doing the job based on that, they will not be. You will not be reacting on this video. Will not be reacting on this video. You'll be reacting on other videos. You understand? Or maybe you'll be reacting on the success of ANC, the success of the running governance or party in our country. But then the title was saying, because there's a lot of videos of Julius Malema saying like, I don't fight white people, I fight white supremacy. You understand? So people they don't tend to understand, and I don't like again it comes with the how you've been treated. If like been treated this way and someone treated like this way, you feel like that person don't like you, but he likes you more than how you've been treated.
The reason for such is because the elite pact that was forced upon the people in 1994 does not allow for radical economic transformation and changes. The pact defends the colonial and apartheid ownership patterns of the means of production, including property. The ANC is part of an elite pact that seeks to protect white monopoly capital and white minority privileges. And this has led to the formation of the EFF because there was a political vacuum and nature does not.
Let's go through comments. These comments are a lot, and we will not go through all of them. Just that we need to understand what people are saying based on watching this. Same to you, it's the same thing. Do you agree? Do you fall in love? What is happening? Because of this is going to encourage us. Because of, let me tell you something, people. Weight does not expire. Weight does not have expiring date. That's why like I can react on this and people still watching. Because of there's a powerful way to say. And what we say we can learn from. Same as a textbook. You can use textbook for 10 years. Use the same textbook for 10 years. Same textbook. Because of information on that textbook does not expire. Always there. Same to Julius Malema. This video for 10 years back. But the weights, that's what makes us to say like what he's saying. Do we agree with what he's saying? What he's saying, does it touch us? What he's saying, does it encourage us? That's why we focus on then. Focus on this movement and
Not allow a vacuum. The EFF is here to lead the struggle to dismantle the elite pact and introduce the sunrise clauses. The pact has made you to even accept the wrong things as the laws that run this parliament for the past 20 years. For example, the 1975 Act that makes it compulsory for members of parliament to join a certain medical aid scheme. You have been part of this illegal.
But if you can't think like me, so like it's like the certain people were forced to join a medical what, and when he check about it, said this medical what is run by people who benefited during apartheid, because during apartheid, when black people were depressed, others were opening business while they're stealing the land, others were opening the businesses that today are successful because of the pain and the struggle and the tears of our people. You understand? The companies that are existing are big today because of they have no competition that time. And it's like these other parties, like they came with the idea so like everyone in parliament must join this medical aid so that they can make money from people in parliament. The same when it comes to lots of products. That's why like in school they don't teach those products, how to do those products. Because of if you can check our education system, like if you can check our education system is focused on teaching people to become workers. It doesn't focus on teaching people to be producers, to manufacture. That's the problem when education is focused on making people workers. Because if education system focus on people to be workers, that means the country can't grow. Because if we focus on to make people to be workers, how can the country grow when people are workers? Because the best way is to produce our own product and trade with those who don't have it. We have the minerals, we have everything. That's why we build our country.
Legal law and unconstitutional law for the past 20 years. It only took the EFF less than 100 days to reject this law, and parliament lawyers have agreed with us that indeed this law was unconstitutional, a law you complied with. This elite pact is reflected by the fact that most prominent statue in this parliament is a statue of Louis Botha. The one of Nelson Mandela is a
100 days of EFF fighting the laws that make sure it's taking the money from their pockets, even though you don't want to join it. But it's a law that must follow. But EFF in 100 days, so like we don't want this law. They consult with lawyers. So like, listen, lawyers, what about our rights, man? These people came with this, and us we don't want something like this. And so like even the lawyers agree with us, just in 100 days. But people they don't want to give EFF chance. I was scrolling today. I love to scroll so that I can learn a lot. And this lady, he put Julius Malema aside, and she's talking. She put Julius Malema aside, and she's talking, and she's saying like, someone was complaining like these people. I think it's last year. These people, they are busy saying, they are not voting for Julius Malema, right? But when they're facing crisis, they ask EFF to help. And so like, and the EFF committee members, they ask these people who need help, which award they are staying. They mentioned the award. You see, like those award is dominated by ANC, but he can call EFF when he needs help. But when EFF needs their help, they're not voting for them. This is so sad. This is how people they can use you.
very small and is hidden behind the statue of Louis Botha. Louis Botha is not our hero and cannot be a hero of a democratic South Africa. He's a colonial warmonger who fought for the exclusion of black and indigenous people from running their own country and affairs.
And I want to say, who's that? I don't know his name. I think I need to do my research based on that.
It's people like this who made white South Africans think that they are superior, and we continue celebrating them. We are equally perpetuating white supremacy. The statue of Botha outside this parliament must go down.
What that is doing there exactly? That statue. That statue is doing what there exactly? Hmm? That statue is doing what there exactly? That's my question.
Because it represents nothing of what a democratic South Africa stands for. The statue represents backwardness and apartheid, and therefore it belongs to the dustbin of history and to be replaced with a bigger statue of Siaparankwe, Rolihlahla Nelson Mandela.
Oh. Mandela, I know that I'm crying. I'm crying. I know like Mandela passed away. Rest in peace. Our person who fought for us, who went to prison for us. But hey, I'm crying. But then it happened, guys. Things happened. And when things happen, you must be able to accept. Because of the moment you accept, that's where you can move on. But if you don't accept, you're going to stuck in that pain you're in. So when things happen, sometimes you need to be like, let me accept. You understand? It's like let me accept. When things doesn't go with your own way, or when the life put you in that situation where like you feel like it will be hard for you to move out. But you must accept at the end of the day. You understand? At the end of the day, you must accept. Because of the moment you accept, you can find a solution. But if you don't accept, it will be hard for you to find a solution. You understand? So like whether you're in a situation like now, you feel like you're happy, you feel like accept and find solution. To change that, to challenge that, to fight that.
We will never have a true friendship and peace if white minority still behaves like they are superior and we should remain inferior in our own country.
That when you see my title, that's what I wrote. Because I was listening to this, I was like, this one is going to make a good title. Because it's so sad, man. I don't know how people see the world. But like us to work, man, I used to say like where we're going to get money to buy the land. Because even though you have degrees, it will be hard to get that land. To buy land, you must have some businesses. Yeah? It will be hard. So I was sending a message to my girlfriend. I was saying something.
All black people continue to learn the languages of white minorities as part of our attempt to reach out to them and create friendship, but with very little attempt from their side to at least learn one of our African languages, because they have a wrong mentality that we must suck up to them. These are some of the legacies people like Julius Botha have left us, and it must be crushed. We must not.
So Julius, 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 you are saying like he left us with problems. But it makes sense. Why you push us to learn their languages? They don't learn Swana. But I noticed like some of them in 2025 they learn. They can speak Swana, Sotho, Xhosa, which is so beautiful. Most of them they love Zulu. Because Zulu is a big nation is a big tribe. That is a lot of people, because Zulu nation is belief in families. You know, Zulu nation is not having that mindset of I don't need a man. You know, like this mindset of like I don't need a man. I don't need a this. I don't need any. Zulu nation is a, because they can have stable. It's normal to them to have 5 wives, more kids. So Zulu nation is normal. You understand? Zulu is like that, man.
Celebrate anything that perpetuates white supremacy. As part of nation building, maybe we need to take hard steps by not celebrating any white person who does not speak at least or know one of the African languages. If you have a white friend, as a black person and he or she does not know your language,
Oh, this guy's complaining. You can see. Look. This guy saying, oh, hey, what do you say?
he
Listen.
or she does not know your language or
this guy's complaining, say like, hey, I will never learn those language. I will never learn those language. I will never. I was watching this. This guy. This guy's complaining, say like, I will never learn this language. You can see like there. You see like, I will never learn this language. You come with your own rules here. Why you say you must learn our language? You learn our language. You understand? This guy saying, say like, no. Oh, look, this guy here. They look, so like I will never learn this language. I will never, this say, I will never learn that language. In his heart, not his saying that, in his heart. And you can see when someone's complaining, guys. You can see when someone is complaining. So like, nah, I will never learn those language. They say learn those language, so like, nah, I will never learn those language. Nah, I will never learn those language. Oh my God, I was able to be successful. You know, like
initiative to learn your language or your culture, that person is no friend at all. We need to undermine the legacy of apartheid through celebration of our blackness and unashamedly advance political, social, and economic liberation of blacks in general and Africans in particular. We must do away with self-hatred and embrace.
At least like James Malema say like, at least to show like you are one of us. I don't know, maybe say something like that. I'm not sure, but it's like to show like you are one of us. At least learn so to Setswana, because I know like the other one who can speak fluent. The others who can speak a fluent Setswana, a fluent Sotho, a fluent Xhosa. Speak, man. It's so beautiful. You understand? But as we must able to even our people, they speak proper, they speak proper English, and they'll be like breaking. Even our parents will be happy because our black parents, they believe. Let me tell you something you don't know. Our black parents, they believe. This hurt me so much. They believe when you are speaking English, you are educated. They be like, "Oh, I want my kid to speak English. To speak English, so he can speak English with nose." But in speak with nose meaning go. They promote that you want my son to speak English, you speak with even nose. You understand? You get my point. So like like even like this the program from black people, when you speak English with nose, you are educated or what, because of what is going to help you in this life is a skill you have. The skill you have that's going to change your life. Besides that, I don't think there's other thing that's going to change your life. I don't think there's other stuff that's going to change your life than the skill you have. You see, like the skill you have, I'm telling you.
We are and what we stand for. The time for black majority to benefit from natural, mineral, and the beauty of their country.
Oh, even in school, we have no idea what Chrome do. You can ask someone with masters. Ask someone with master to ask them about what we can do with Chrome. What we can do with our minerals. In South Africa, we have a lot of minerals. Ask them what is their purpose. I'm talking about someone going to school. I'm talking about a lecturer or a teacher who went to school for 4 years. Ask them about what can you do with chrome, what can you do with gold, what can you do this. They will never even give you an answer. Because of this, this is the real education that as Africans we need to know. So like I know how to use Chrome. Chrome can create batteries, Chrome can create phones, Chrome can create this. With Chrome, gold, we have a lot of minerals here that can change our life and that can feed other nations.
Is now and can never be postponed. This is where we start. Now, we should deal with politics of what you raised yesterday. You promised jobs before, and you have repeatedly failed to create jobs. In your first address to this House as president, you promised to create 500,000 jobs in 6 months, yet you failed and no one held you accountable. Our people...
I'm aware like now. I'm aware because I've been reading on this. All our president Ramaphosa always promised jobs. Let me say like, and this guy was VF plus, VF plus off plus. He said like, we know Julius Ramaphosa, we are good businessmen. You know how to negotiate. When he's going to talk his speech, hey, when it comes to talk his speech, you'll be like, hope is coming. You'll be like, oh my God, hope is coming. We see it coming. When a person speak there, you'll be like, wow. You'll be like, wow. But then you'll be like hoping, because I was telling, our president was saying like he's going to make sure females, they run the business, they must be in 10. I was telling my girls, like when I open the business, he said like women are going to be the first priority when it comes to business. The funding, when I apply the funding is a problem, there's delays, there's a corruption. Guys, I live in the country of corruption. But it is like now there are few steps, few actions that are taken for those people who are doing corruption to take accountability and responsibility. It's so beautiful.
Are being called upon to celebrate 20 years of freedom. And we really do not know what they should celebrate because the past 20 years have been 20 years of suffering and the poorest of the poor.
Yes, sir.
Agbare speaker, is die agbare lid bereid om 'n vraag te vra? Is 'n baie maklike vraag. Ek wil vir hom vra, why does he deliver his speech in a white man's language of English, not in his own mother tongue?
It will accommodate everyone. But what is funny? Older people are laughing. This doesn't make any sense. When he speaks his own language, he won't say some other ways. Hey. But when he speaks with English, is a problem. And this leader is raising this matter that is being passed. He spoke about why these people should not learn Setswana, so to pay the African language, right? Why should they learn that language? Then didn't sit him well all along. He was sitting for this moment to raise this point. And listen,
Honorable Malema, are you prepared to respond to the question?
people are like, older people, our fathers are like, they don't understand. You can see when Jacob's men singers say like, I don't know what is funny there. You can see like Jacob Zuma is confused, like what they're laughing. Even the translator here, like you can see the hands like, why are you laughing? What is fun exactly?
I have no time for racist questions.
Yo. That one will never come back. You will never come back. Someone beat with that bomb. Hey.
Our people are called upon to celebrate 20 years of freedom. We really do not know what they should celebrate, because the past 20 years has been 20 years of suffering of the poorest of the poor. It has been 20 years of joblessness and unemployment for majority of our people, in particular the youth. 35% of South Africans capable of working are unable, and majority of those
Speaking and speaking about this harassment, all our members remain quiet. He's speaking about 30 years, not 30 years, after apartheid. Because this is 10 years back, and 10 years back from now, where you are. And every year we're hearing something. Every year, from 30 years now, every year when it's time to send a message to the citizen, we are hearing the same thing. Yeah, I want to give you the land must be returned, we're going to create jobs, foreign investors, funding for education, funding for schools. We hear the same thing, nothing changed. We hear the same thing, but the actions are different. I'm telling you, we hear the same thing, but when you look at the actions are totally different. But every year, like, we're hearing the same thing, hearing the same thing. But when we check the outcomes, we see the corruption. People have been doing corruption more than for 30 years, 20 years. This is now when Mkwala was like, no, this corruption is now involving a lot of killing people. This corruption is because we can see, like, when we're in power, having everything, not having everything, but we can survive to live. You understand? Right? And you see, like, these people, they are living the best life. You see, like, these people, they're enjoying life. And in that life, there's a lot of corruption that involve a lot of killing. The corruption for years.
those who are employed are paid very low salaries. Mr. President, whatever you have said about jobs has been as false and inconsistent as the performance of your party for the past 20 years. However, you look at it, in 1995, unemployment was 15%, and now at this moment, it is at 25% or 36% with an expanded definition. 70% of this demographic.
Even today, in past 32 years, we're still talking about unemployment. Even today. I think it's so embarrassing. Even today, we are still talking about unemployment. People are not working. Even today, 2025, we are still talking about unemployment rate going up. Unemployment, even today, what's changed exactly? Like what I said, like, we always hearing the same thing. So, like, you mentioned about the free jobs. During apartheid, it's like 15%. And like I said, a lot of people are like say like, yo, during apartheid, everyone was sorted. Because I understand black people, they want food. If they can't have food, that's a problem. They want to have food. You understand? They want food. Our people, they want food. Our people, they want to work. And someone said, like, black people, they don't want the land. I never understand. But when I listen to them, I feel like the person was right. These people, they just want jobs. The job that government cannot provide. The job that government cannot provide.
Youth, this is your legacy. You have more than doubled unemployment. More than half of the working people earn 3,300 or less. A third of all workers are now employed through labor brokers. And we must also remind you that 2014 is a year in which you said you would have halved unemployment in 2009. You also promised to distribute 30% of the land.
You mentioned in 2013, I wanted to understand. You double unemployment. People are still earning 3,000. People are still earning 3,000. South Africa is a scam. People are still earning 3,000 even today. This video, let me show you the video. This video is for 11 years. 11 years video. And then people are still earning 3,000 today. 3,000, the fathers, they're earning 3,000. What are we going to do with 3,000? Yeah? 3,000 today. Just imagine.
Misleading of the nation and the poor. You are a man of tradition, Mr. President, a tradition of empty promises. Now knowing you will not be there in 2030.
What a speech.
Please say nothing about 2030 because you will not be there.
This 2025, you talk about, it's still here.
The President said a minimum wage shall be investigated. There is no need to investigate. This House must show leadership and courage. The workers have already shown the way. For 5 months now, workers in the Platinum Belt have been on the strike, which demonstrated their genuine determination. They are looking for 12,500.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I was thinking about this company called Butsilo, a labor relation consult, to go on the street, and here's a part of my program start next year. To go on the streets and ask people how much they earn, especially those one who have been from disadvantaged background, the ones stay in the gas, because are the ones who are not taken care of. Because so sad, people are still earning 2,000, 1,000 a month. And you ask yourself, what are we going to do with that small amount of money? Yeah? With that amount of money, what are we going to do with that small amount of money? This is so sad. But at least we can have a conversation about these kind of topics, and we can talk about them.
500, which the ANC government massacred 34 of them 2 years ago for it. In honor of those who died, let this House legislate 12,500. This will be a sign of showing remorse and regret for the Marikana massacre. We also demand the establishment of Parliamentary Commission on Conditions and the salaries of mine workers, including the auditing of the financial books.
No, everyone is talking, Chairperson. What's the when I talk? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What's happening? Hey guys, yeah, let's watch, guys. Let's watch. Let's watch the last comment. Then I'm done with comments. And I hope you're watching there and you're sharing something. Don't watch there and do nothing. How? The word honorable should mean something. He was happy. Away Juju. Yeah, let's done with comments. Let's go to the situation now.
On a point of order here, the speaker said the ANC government massacred people 2 years ago. Is it parliamentary? Is there any proof of that? Can you rule on that, Chairperson?
Mr. Malema,
I maintain that.
Mr. Malema,
The ANC government.
Yes, whenever you get away, it's like you know, like a child when like the child is born and the child is got the like you know like the child man when he's born and got like those benefits of the child when it's the come. He's like Julius Malema. And you can see who's this one?
Government massacred the people in Marikana. Those police were representing the ANC government.
They got order from where? That's the first question we must ask. They got order from where? People struggling for their own rights.
Mr. Malema,
I'm not going to withdraw.
Let's say withdraw. I said I'm not going to withdraw.
Morena,
It's not going to happen that.
Honorable Malema, Honorable Malema,
I'm all yours, Chair.
Say I'm all yours.
Honorable Malema,
Honorable Chair.
please accept that this House and all our houses of Parliament have simple rules to follow.
It's like I'm all yours, Chair. You can take me, Chair. You can take me and enjoy me.
In a debate. The last time we said hold your horses because we're taking a point of order.
Okay.
I was asked to rule, and even before I gave you the go-ahead, you were on. Please do not do it again. The honorable member of the ANC raised a point. You contest that point, you say that you are sustaining it.
You know, like when they say hold your horse, that means you're talking too much. I don't know, even like that, hold your horse, relax. Why are you in a rush? Relax, relax, we are coming for you. So when you want to always be talking, so like last time Julius Malema said you must hold your horse. And there's a law that must be followed in this parliament. And you're not following those laws, Honorable Malema. Yeah, or something like that.
I wish to take this point on advice, honorable members, and will rule on it tomorrow. Because it is not an open and shut, a statement that you make and you conclude on. There are many implications on it, and I would like to be properly advised to come back to this House on a ruling tomorrow. You may continue, Ntate Malema.
We call him for parliamentary commission.
Just like, no, I will come back. I will come to rule this matter. And people, why don't share on the chats? People, why don't be part of the community? At least like saying something. Yeah? At least people say something, man. So like when you come here and not saying something, guys, will demotivate me with. When you come here and saying nothing, you're not part of the conversation. You're not even like sharing, guys. You give me a heart attack, man. Let's be active, man. Let's read comments. Let's read what we are thinking about Julius Malema or about the court and everything that's happening in the court.
On the conditions and salaries of mine workers, including the auditing of the financial books of all the mines by the state to ascertain ourselves on how much is the mining sector making in this country, because we do not trust the current financial disclosure by the mining sector. Mr. President, you have spoken about radical socio-economic changes. And if indeed you meant what you said, then you will agree with me that there is nothing radical about preserving the current
So like, many industries are making billions a month. Gold, they are making billions because of the specialized lots of countries who don't have gold, like United States. United States, they use our gold, they use our minerals to produce their products. They can be really, you can mention those products, but they are making money. They are making money. If you don't know, they are making money.
exploitative economic structure. Otherwise, what has been suggested here is a mere old wine in a new bottle. We are back to gear by another name, which Blade in Zimande called 1996 class project and the more
Honorable
serious
Malema.
strategic threat to the national democratic
Order, members. Order, members.
in his
Honorable Malema, there is an honorable Blade in Zimande in this house.
Oh, you don't have to say the person's name. You must show respect on it. Just man, if you put the name like Blade Zimande say this and this and this, like man, bro, you can't allow this person say like this. She protect us, she. You can't allow someone say something like this. And you can see like when they say Blade Zimande, people in the background, this honorable Blade in this house. Not Blade Zimande, and the people in the background, they man, how Chelsea protect us, man. Just protect us, man.
Honorable Blade in Zimande, in his factional battles with President Tabombi
Honorable Malema.
said 19.
Honorable Malema, I will not have this house degenerating into this. Please debate the state of the nation, the factional.
Brave Zimande, honorable Brave Zimande is laughing. He's like, this guy is a problem. It's laughing. It's like, this guy is a problem. He's like, because I don't know, maybe he understand like Julius Malema. Julius Malema love to play, love to make jokes. The person who's when you are around him, you'll be laughing. You know, like those people who are serious, but even though when they're serious, they make jokes. This guy is serious and you are laughing. You be asking, oh, you're laughing, I'm sorry. It's something like that. There are people who, when they speak, even I used to be like that. When I speak, people laugh. I be like, I'm sorry, man. People like, why you are laughing, dog? Why you are laughing? I was like, dog, I'm serious, man. This is serious, man, and you're laughing at me. Why you do that? So there are people like that. When even they speak, when they talk, people they think they're doing jokes. And the person says, this is what Julius Man, when he speaks, people like,
Battles and whatever, let them stay.
No, Chair. I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that.
Honorable Malema.
No, you are not going to tell.
well, when like a problem child in high school, say like, no, say I won't agree with that, Chair. I will not agree with that, Chair. Honorable Malema, no. It's like you are in the mother in the son. So the son must in the house, like no. I won't do that. Honorable Malema say like, no, I won't do that. Honorable Malema, this is a court. Honorable Malema. So like, no. No. I won't do that.
Tell me, Chair, how I must debate.
Order, Chair.
You are not going to tell me how I must debate.
On point of order, Chair.
No, I can't be told.
Order, members.
Point of order,
Members,
Chair. Order, Chair. Point of order, Chair.
Honorable members, I am quite fit to sit on this chair.
Oh,
Honorable Malema, we have taken you through the rules of these houses.
no, it's going deep. It's going with the emotionals. It's going with the emotionals. Like, I'm fit to take this share, and you guys are making noise. Oro Malema, you're going to debate the way I say you must debate. No, it's not she's saying that, but Mama say like, no, I disagree when it comes to that. You can't tell me how to debate. Because Oro Malema will be honorable, and then you put the name of the person. And the chair don't like that. And then Mama say like, no, you won't tell me how to debate then. I'm going to debate the way I want. The way you want, I'm not going to debate in that way. I'm not going to debate that day. And the chair's like, no, I'm fit enough to be on this chair. I'm fit enough to be on this chair.
You will desist from making disparaging remarks on the persons of the honorable members of this house.
Point of order, Chair. Order, Chair. Point of order, Chair. The chairperson is out of order. Honorable.
The chairperson is out of order, say. People are there.
Honorable Musi Maiman referred to the factional battles in the ANC, for which the chairperson did not call him to point of order. So the chairperson must be consistent in the application of the rules of parliament.
Is very consistent.
Wow. Because you can't say to people must behave like this, others might behave like this.
The Honorable Maimane referred to the factional battles in the party, did not apportion it to a particular member of this house. Honorable Malema, withdraw those remarks.
Honorable Chair.
On the factional tendencies or otherwise of the Honorable Blade Nzimande.
Okay, Honorable Chair, withdraw.
Look, let's take you as well. So it's laughing, man. He don't think he's laughing. He's laughing. Chair is the one that is taken by, but Chair is Chair because of he got those belts by a reason to put order in the parliament, and we respect the Mara for that, because it's our Mara in African culture until the Mara. Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Mr. President, you clearly do not know what a radical economic transformation means. What is radical about EPWP? What is radical about buying stolen land?
Yeah, this is the end of the video, and thanks so much for people watching me. This is so beautiful. But next time, guys, like, let's become active, let's comment, let's share our thoughts, let's be the part of the economy. I love you so much. My name is MDReacts. I do the most. Thank you for watching me. Stay tuned. Bye. I'm the only one who do like this. I'm the main Decado. I do the most. Bye.